Please welcome your 2026 Philadelphia Eagles.
This ain't what you want.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
13 yards on the play. And the Eagles first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here now, 2nd and 4. On the option left, it's Hurts. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4-4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Barkley inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
No score after one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football back.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Now receiver in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Barkley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's third and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. It's now a 7-0 game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. To throw is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here's Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Daniels. This will be caught once again by Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way. He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They run. Jacory Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen and crew, thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just 1 touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That's good for a Washington first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. The slot man in motion right. Daniels looking to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
Daniels pass.
Third and 12. Throwing now is Daniels. route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 29, Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll get this up to the 39. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He's got Smith here. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. A handoff, Barkley running left. Oh, look at the juke. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Getting toward the middle of the 4th quarter, and with that lead, they love runs like that.
And don't we spend a lot of time looking at the timeout situation, clock management, but it's really not going to matter much if they can't stop them. And right now, they're really struggling to get them on the ground.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A quick throw here out to Brown.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Commanders' 4-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now Washington down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 53 remaining. They've yet to dip the scoreboard tonight. Now they've got to do it twice late if they want a chance here. To the air goes Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now Daniels going to keep it. Able to avoid him at the 40.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Daniels. Now he'll tuck. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Daniel's going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Eagles' 20-yard line.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.